everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm Kara Elizabeth, a 3-5 emotional manifestor, here to provide you with your weekly energetic weather report via human design, a system that combines aspects of astrology, the I Ching, the chakra system, and the Kabbalistic tree of life. Now, every human design journey begins with looking up your unique human design chart, and you can do that at www.myhumandesign.com. Transits are the specific energies that are present in the universe at any given moment. I go over the sun and earth, the sun being our main experience and the earth being how we're grounding in it. And each transit tends to hang around for about 6 days. Now, my goal is to provide you with a general cosmic heads up on how you can expect to feel, what you can expect to experience, and how to best navigate your week. So if you're ready to go, let's get started. Hello everyone. So it is that time again. The transits have officially shifted. We are shifting into gates 23 and 43, which actually make a channel coming from the throat to the ajna. So we are going to have the full channel 2343 in the sun and the earth. So just know that if you normally have an open or undefined throat or ajna center, it is going to be defined for you this week. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and move right on into the sun's energy, which is gate 23. It's all about clarity. Now this comes out of the throat center, so this is all about speaking with clarity. So let's see what Jenna Zoe has to say about the gift of this one. So this one is bringing us the gift of expressing things in a clear and direct way. And what we are going to be here to express are going to be new perspectives and approaches to things. So this is where you don't come to these perspectives in a strategic way, nor by being logical or by being a dreamer. You just simply sit back with a receptive, uncluttered mind to contemplate a situation. And then at a certain point, a knowing will drop in for you. So all of a sudden, you're going to get clarity. And this clarity is utterly ahead of its time and so needed by others because there are flashes of insight that can bring giant leaps of advancement to any areas of the human experience that you're passionate about. So you're going to tend towards being practical and efficient. So these are usually also signature markers of the solutions and upgrades that you're going to be bringing to the table. And this process makes you an original and lateral thinker because this clarity doesn't have a set process. So you're just going to know things without knowing where they came from or how you got to them. So just resist the urge to explain what you say or that you need a logical process for it to be valid and valuable. Just trust that inner knowing that gets delivered to you and be in service to it by sharing it with others. Now, the second part of this gift, which is the part that other people notice, is the directness in the way that you deliver this insight. So directness is intense because it hits you like a lightning bolt and it leaves no uncertainty or confusion in what's been said. But directness doesn't have to mean serious or harsh. It's at its best when it's both clear and light, even humorous at times. Now, let's move into how we can make the most out of this energy that we have for the next few days. And so she says that when you have this gift, your role is to clear your mind as much as possible. Not to chase and force clarity, but to prep yourself to receive clarity as much as possible. So I'm going to stop right there. And I'm just going to give you an example of how you might be clearing your mind during this transit. So, you know that saying where it's something to the effect of like your home is an extension of you. So it's like if you've got a messy home, that may indicate you've got a messy mind. So, if you got a clean house, you may have a little bit more space up there. So how this has been showing up for me is the past 2 days is I have just had so much energy and drive to deep clean my house. Now, like, I clean my house, I'm on like a very strict schedule. Like, I clean like one room a day, every week. So every week I'm just like cleaning a space. But now, I'm usually just kind of like lightly cleaning it. But now this week I have been called to deep clean everything. I'm talking like I have been like using a toothbrush to like clean in the sinks. I've been, using my little Mr. Cleans to clean the baseboards, all in the cracks and crevices. Like, I have been a cleaning machine. And so I am taking that as I am cleaning and making space, like both like literally and physically, to be able to receive whatever clarity is going to come in for me this week. Now, I mean, obviously I don't know yet. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what I'm about to receive, and that's fine. It's not time. But what I do know is I am very obviously creating space to receive something. So that's a possibility of what you can experience with this week. So moving on. She says, society praises us for saying smart things. So sometimes we can try and force ourselves to say things or have an answer on stuff, whether for ourselves or for an audience, before our minds are truly and organically ready. So doing so not only clutters the brain with the premature and therefore not real clarity, pushing out space for the true clarity to come in when it wants to. But it also throws you out of divine timing, because when you force clarity, it will usually make you take action around that clarity and thus do something that isn't actually aligned for you. So when we act this way, like sure and sooner is always better, we can end up taking a disproportionate amount of action to get the results that we're desiring, which in turn is going to spin our wheels unnecessarily and waste our precious life force. So you're going to exhaust yourself here if you try and force anything. So let's not try and do that. So from a physical standpoint, you can also flex this gift by making your space feel conducive to clarity, whether that's an uncluttered home, holy shit, I just said that, if that helps you think better, or surrounding yourself with possessions that feel like a reflection of your best you. I love that. Okay, so let's move into what she says can block us here. So she has a couple of things listed, and the first one she says is being too polite or nice, watching your words so as not to offend people. This is where we block ourselves. This is a big one for me that I need to pay attention to, because I feel like I do this a lot. I feel like I censor myself around certain energies. So she says, remember that directness and utter clarity are your strengths, especially when delivered with lightness. So don't water down your genius for anything or anyone. And that's it. Boom. Take it to the bank. Now, the next one, she says, is trying to explain yourself too much or overcomplicating your communication. I can do that too. So I'm sure we all can. But, so anyway, she said that this usually comes from the belief that people don't understand us, which then leads us to over-explain, which also loses people's attention, and so confirming the belief. So try choosing less words and trusting that the right people who get you and are on your frequency, will not only receive them, but receive them deeply, because you have let your insights flow straight through you from the divine, totally unfettered. Love that for us, you guys. Love that. So basically what I'm taking away from this is clear your mind. And oh my God, that 90s song just popped in my head. Clear your mind. No, wait, it's free your mind and the rest will follow. Okay, anyways, let's move on. So the earth has shifted into 43. And this is the gate of Epiphanies. And this is the one that comes out of the Ajna. So let's see what Miss Jenna has to say about these. So she says that people with this gift, which is going to be all of us this week, often get flashes of brilliance where they see things in a way that's miles ahead of its time. These insights probably don't even feel that special to you because it's just how you're going to see things, your natural point of view. But make no mistake, you think in a very futuristic way. So we came here to share the way that we see things with others, and it's going to help us to leap forward into the future. So think quantum leaps here with the information that's coming through this. She says there are better ways of doing things and seeing things that can upgrade the way that we do life. And this week, you are here as a specialist at this in at least one area. But usually over the course of your life, this is going to extend or spread far and wide to apply to many specialties. You are here to jolt us forward, not gradually, but by taking quantum leaps in understanding. So don't ever dull or soften your vision of the future to make it more palatable to others, because that takes away the power of the effect. Although this gift sounds lofty, it's rooted in efficiency and making our lives easier and better. So it can run the gamut from glamorous upgrades to more everyday ones, for example, like stationery. Think of how many people get more productive and creative when they have a perfect office setup with all the little office supplies and systems that make everything easy and streamlined. So then now let's move into how we can best flex this gift. And she says it's by sharing these insights in the right time to the right people. So before I go any further, this is the Genius to Freak channel. That's what it's known as in like the regular human design, is the Genius to Freak. And it's basically like this is where you can come across as a quote unquote freak to when you share your insights with the wrong crowd. You know, they're going to look at you like you have two heads. So this is where you wait. You have to wait. That's where the clarity comes in. You have to wait for the right time and also the right people to share your insights with for the maximum impact. Otherwise, you're going to share and it's not going to go anywhere, and you're probably just going to leave the situation frustrated or angry. So let's move forward. She says, start taking note, either literally or mentally, about the unusual ways that you see life. People with genius often take it for granted and don't even see how unique and valuable it is. So the more you can become crystal clear on where and how you see things differently, then the easier it's going to be to share it with others. And you'll know the right people who need it and the right situations to speak up in. And when you are in this constant state of contributing to others like this, what you say will be communicated beautifully. Chef's kiss. On the other hand, if you hold these insights in for fear of others not recognizing your genius, or because you don't value that genius, or out of just not sharing consistently enough, it will bubble up inside you and sometimes cause you to blurt things out that will come out either super bluntly or incoherently. And people won't get your genius when it comes out this way, which will only cement your belief that others don't value you. So pay attention to that this week, you guys. Like, if you're showing up in spaces where you feel like you're not valued, pay attention to how you're communicating in those spaces. So just take notes. We're just experimenting here. Life is just one big experiment. Okay, so just play around in it. All right, she then continues to say that value your wisdom the exact same as you value others' wisdom, even though it looks different. So strike the balance of honoring your own genius enough versus also taking in and valuing the insights of others. Usually people with this gift will veer too far in one of these directions, and as a result, they will feel like they're always drowning in their own thoughts or worries. So that's it. She brings up another good point. The best way for you yourself to feel valued is value other people. And then you'll see that come back to you like tenfold. Now, let's move on. She's got a couple of things here that says where we can be blocked in this energy, or where we can block ourselves. So the first one is worrying that people won't understand you. Just let that go. Let that little anxiety, that little worry voice go. She says, when you hold the belief that others won't get you, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because it either makes you over-explain, hold back, judge, or get annoyed and frustrated as you do speak, all of which make others not as interested in what you're saying. So, say things the way that they make sense to you, and trust that they will be like a homing signal, drawing all of those who are destined recipients of your words to you, and at the perfect time, no less. And the second way we can block ourselves here is by getting frustrated that others seem too far behind. Again, the reason why you're here at this very time is because there are people who will understand you and adore the quantum leaps, upgrades, and efficiencies that you're going to bring to them. There wouldn't be much use if everyone else could do this too. It's a very diverse range of skills that we possess collectively that makes our world so likely to rise. So there we have it. That is this week's transit and what we can expect. Once again, a very easy way to remember what this transit is all about is the genius to freak. So it's all about how we're communicating, all about how we're communicating our clarity that we've received, and communicating it in the divine right timing so that it can be received by the correct people and we're not perceived as a freak by the wrong people. So all about timing this week, folks. Now, if you haven't already heard, then I'm going to go ahead and inform you now. I have set up a Patreon for anyone who would like to subscribe to it to receive more behind the scenes content from me. So I'm going to be posting things like going deeper into transit. Like I've already posted a Jupiter transit. I'm about to record a segment for the a Saturn transit, because we just shifted in Saturn, and so we've just shifted in where we could be experiencing challenges for the next 2 to 3 months. So I'm going to be talking about all of that. It's also a space where I share monthly meditations and hypnosis sessions. Also share a little card of the month. So if you love what I'm doing, you love my content, and you want more or just want to support me, head on over to Patreon. You can find the link in the details here. Also, please like, subscribe, comment. You know the drill, you guys. Do your thing. Help boost my ass up so that I continue to do these. Now, I love these so much, and I'll probably continue to do them anyways, whether or not I get support. But it does make me feel really good, and it makes me feel really seen and heard when I see those little thumbs ups and comments. And, you know, just having you guys present and seeing that you're present. I love it. So that's that, and I will see you next week. Bye.